Hola, my lovelies. It is me, author Alexandrian Fondit, coming to you with a new review. So, hey, yesterday some really weird stuff happened, and I wasn't able to get the video uploaded. Um, we're trying a new video program because the one that's on my computer is kind of crap, and then it doesn't allow us to like add the images and all that kind of stuff. So we're doing Power Director. It is a free app, or you can basically subscribe and pay $4.99 a month for a basic like subscription, but you get all kinds of cool images that you can put into the video, and then it also allows you to do like the text flowing stuff, bringing in like a big huge, you know, just bonanza of letters. And so I thought it was really cool. It's been on my phone for like forever, but I never thought of using it myself. Like Jen usually uses it, which she didn't even tell me. She uses it for when she does like the little stand-in videos when one of us can't get on the channel. And she never told me that the program will allow you to actually put in your photos and your images of the stuff that you're pretty much talking about. And so from now on, we will be using Power Director. And so hopefully there will be no more glitches. The reason that the video that was supposed to be for yesterday is like mouthing and it's not in sync with me. My son said that he believes it's because I transferred the video from my phone to the program and then back to my computer. He said I shouldn't have done that. I should have just uploaded it from my phone to YouTube, and then I probably wouldn't have the glitch. So hopefully this video right here doesn't have a glitch in it right now. I'm praying like it doesn't, because I think this program is really cool. Okay, also, I'm sorry about my 5 head, like always up in the camera. I'm sure you guys are like, you got big. But it's hot here in California. It is way too hot to be trying to have bangs and trying to just be all cute and whatever. And so the ponytail works wonders. It gets it off my face, even though I'm itchy, because hair itches. And it's sweaty, and it's like I'm in this room here and I have the ceiling fan going on, both of the windows open, and still I am like literally sweating, which I'm sure you guys don't want to know that, but basically I am. And so, to make a long story short, we are going to be using the Power Director from now on. And so now today is an independent author as well. I really like this book, and so for the next 2 days, it is going to be BBW days, because I ran across this story. This isn't one of our submission authors. We will have another submission author tomorrow. So basically, we're gonna have one of those 3 days during the week is when we're going to just review indie Amazon authors. So that's today. And so Tuesday will be submission, and then Thursday will be submission, and then Wednesday, I believe today is Wednesday, right? Yeah. Wednesday will be just authors off of Amazon. So if you know any good ones that you want us to review, it's like you're not sure if you want to pay for that book yet, then let us know and we will go and buy it and then review it on the channel. And so now I just happen to be passing this and the cover caught my attention, and then it said that it was a BBW. So I was like, oh, okay, that's cute. Big girls gotta get some love. Now, I'm not in the BBW yet because I'm a size 11. I gained 40 pounds since I've been here in California. So I am now weighing at a size 11. And so I'm on this low carb. I was on this low carb diet, but that diet can, I'm not giving up freaking I like apples and oranges, and like I eat fruit sometimes, so I don't go and eat cookies and candy and all that stuff. And basically telling me like I can only eat stuff like berries, and I'm allergic to berries, so I can't eat berries. And eggs, I'm allergic to eggs, I can't eat eggs. So dairy, I can't do dairy. So I'm just like, okay, so this diet is definitely not for me. And so, but I did it for like a week, and I just feel really, really hungry. So that diet is gone. I'm just going to eat healthy to get the weight off and stop having freaking snickerdoodles and ice cream at 3 o'clock in the morning when I'm writing. So I'm done with that. But anyway, so I wanted to do 2 days of be and be love. And what happens when a seriously hot dude decides to date a beautiful, heavier woman? So that is what we are doing today. And so basically, here is the book. Okay, so now Angel is a big, beautiful woman. And she works as a corporate secretary, and she works in this big, huge firm that's pretty much owned by two twin brothers. And now she isn't, she has more qualifications than a freaking secretary, and she's like really not supposed to be a secretary, but it's the job that he gave her. And so basically, from what I'm getting, I think it's like a 6 months period. She's been his secretary for the last 6 months. And now he always has an issue with something that she does. Also, this is a short, so it's not that long. The book itself is how many pages? I think it's like maybe 100. I'll have to put it in the comments because I don't actually remember. And so basically, I think it's about a 6 month time, right? And so he's always talking trash to her. It's like every time she turns around, he has something to say about what she's doing or what she did. And so the scene opens with her trying to rush from the break room because she hears his voice. And so she's been written up 7 times. And so she hears his voice. And so she's trying to rush from the break room to get into his office or her secretary pool, her spot before he gets there. And so she's running, right, or she's like hurrying, and then someone stops in front of her, and she goes smack dab into them, flails all backwards, goes back, and like she was carrying a cup of coffee and a bagel. And so they both go up in the air pretty much, and then the bagel like smacks her in the face, and then the coffee like burns her, right? And so she's sitting there like, oh my god, this did not just happen. And so he turns around and he's like automatically looking down at her like, really? And so he says something smart to her, and then he finally tells her to get up off the floor and to go into his office. And so she goes into his office, and basically he tells her to have a seat, and so she sits down, and he starts in on her to berate her, right? And so it's finally to the point where she's having like this whole mental, dialogue where she's saying like he's a butthole, he's this, he's that, and that, she just cuts him out, but she needs her job, and so she's like, I'm a strong, independent woman, and then she's like, hell, I gotta eat. And so this book was like hysterically funny to me. It was really funny. There is some slang in the book, like, Afro slang, which basically made it like really funny to me. And so basically, she's like having this internal conversation with herself, and she's like, he's sexy, he's gorgeous, but he's a complete, what? And so she's like, basically, I want to quit this job because I feel like I'm worth more. Like, I should be treated better, and that I should, work for someone who values me as an employee. And so, Even though she's having like this whole internal, dialogue with herself, she knows she is not gonna open her mouth because she's like, I need this job. And for the simple fact that he pays her six figures or somewhere up there like that, it reminded me too of Arlie Parker's Den of Sin, because he said in that book she is a temp and she actually goes to work for like this billionaire dude who's a douche like this too. And so this book kind of reminded me of Arlie's book. And so basically she's like, I can't really say anything because, the salary is amazing. And, as much as it's bothering me, I still don't want to lose my job because I have a work ethic. And which I think is so sad sometimes, you have these janky, just evil bosses, but because you have a work ethic and a work value of your own, you're not just going to go in there and curse them out or, say anything to them. And then most people of color aren't Karens, so we usually just keep it to ourselves, which I think is sad. We should be more like Karen because, maybe if we took it to HR, maybe if we took it to this person, to that person, then it wouldn't wait till it got to the point where now you got to get a, what, because now I've had all I could have of you. I'm up to here, and now you pissed me off today, and so now today you're going to get a woman. But maybe if we went to HR in the first place and said, this person is this, it is like tyrannical to try to work under this person. I mean, this person is tyrannical. I cannot work under them and blah, 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 blah. Then it probably wouldn't escalate to those situations with that. But anyway, and so, so she's just like, I hate working for him because he's the worst. He's like this serious jerk off. And, he has no respect for me ever with like anything that I do. And so then there's only 2 black women at the company in the first place. This is an IR. I'm so sorry if I didn't say that. This is an interracial BBW. And so, it's contemporary too. And so she's just like, I should be, it's not right that he treats me this way. And so her and the other African-American girl there, Nia, they became, friends. They were in an interview process together. They met each other. They became friends. And then they realized that they had like a bunch of stuff in common. Like they were both from Texas. And then they were both trying to lose the weight because this is a BBW. And in the book, the character is down to a size 16. And what she wants to be is a size 14. And so I think it's really cool because I personally just put out my own. For some reason, I was really feeling this genre this month. And so I decided to write my own. But mine is paranormal. But anyway, and so she's comfortable with herself and she's down to a size 16 and her goal is like a 14 because she's like, I don't need to be skinny. I need to be healthy. And so, and it's like once you start to get older and you become an older woman, that's more of your concern. You're not, I kind of feel like you're really not concerned with being like, the, thinking, skinny, hot, older chick. At least I'm not. I'm more concerned. Like, I'm a size 11 and I want to lose the weight to go back to my normal size, which is a size 7. I've never been a skinny chick because, one, I'm Boricua, I'm black, I'm, native, I'm all of these ethnicities, which basically, more often than not, we have curves. And so I got down to a size 4 when I was like 30, I think I was like 34. I was wearing a size 4. And my friends would literally come up to me and say, they thought I had anorexia because they said I look emaciated. And so I was just like, wait, what? So then, like, through my 30s and 40s, I stayed a size 5'6". And then by the time I hit like 45, I went up to like a size 7. And so therein lies the struggle. But for older women, it's much more different things. You got all kinds of stuff up in there. Menopause, premenopause, all of that stuff, which adds weight to the body. So I feel like this character in this book, I'm not exactly sure what her age is. I think she's like in her 30s. And so she can still get the weight off easily. You know, she's in her 30s. But I really like the fact that she said, I'm not trying to be skinny. I'm trying to be healthy. And I think if more women took that attitude today and thought, I'm trying to be healthy, I don't need to look like some man's pinup or what this dude wants, because really the only reason why, you know, women try to get that body, that is because of men. Because the average woman, she just wants to be healthy. She wants to look good in her clothes, you know. But I don't need 6-pack abs. I'm 50. I'm 51 years old. I turned 52 in December. I don't need 6-pack abs. I just need to be healthy. I just need my body to be toned for me. I'm 5'6". I think the doctor said I'm not. I think the doctor said I'm 5'4", which I don't believe it unless I shrunk, because I've been 5'5.5" all my life. So I've always pushed it up to her. Aunt said I was 5'6". But the doctor said I'm 5'4". So basically I'm tiny. So anyway, so I really love this fact. And see, this is my kind of dude as well, because, you know, 6'3", 4, 5, 6'5". The last guy I dated was 6'5", and that was just like pure perfection to me, because I'm short and I'm thick. So this is what I really liked about this book too. She was thick. He was huge. He was like that. He was like I think it was 6'4", 6'3.5", 6'4", and he weighed like 220, 30 pounds. That's my type of man. And so basically, so what she does is she goes to lunch with her best friend, and they go have lunch, because they do this thing where they swap food and they swap rides to the gym. So this is how they keep themselves. I thought this was really cool too. This is how they keep themselves on track, because you can't not go to the gym if you have to pick someone up. Excuse me. If you have to pick someone else up, because that's kind of janky if you told them that you're going to pick them up and then now you're not. So you don't get an excuse, because you're responsible for that person's well-being, that person's health, that person's losing the weight as well. And then they swap lunches. Like she fixes her lunch, she will fix her lunch. So I thought that was really cute. And if I get a friend that I want to lose weight with, I think I would love to do something like that. And then plus it just helps you become better friends. I think that's cute. And so they swapped lunches and they went to eat their lunch. Okay. But before she went to lunch this day, he's not really saying anything to her. And so she's pretty much like, you know, he must think blah, 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 blah. And so she goes into his office, and they're having this conversation, and she's tired of him speaking to her this way. And so finally she does say something. She doesn't say it like, you know, look, mother. She just says it like, you know, no, this is not acceptable, because you've been doing this to me since you began working here. And so they have this conversation, and then when she gets up, I can't remember how the scene went, but anyway, somehow the USB got onto his desk, and so she automatically bent down to pick up the USB, because it would be something else that he was so stressed about, because what it was is her hip hit the desk, and he gave her like the most just like disgusted look, or what she assumed was a disgusted look. And so when the USB hit the floor, she automatically bent to pick it up. Well, late earlier in the afternoon, he was complaining about the way that she was dressed, and he was like, you need to invest in some flats. This is the reason why she finally said something. He was like, you need to invest in some flats, like so and so, Grace, I think it is, over on the first floor, and then you need to not wear dresses like that. And she's like, what's wrong with what I'm wearing? I make it a point to make sure that I'm appropriately dressed for the company here. She's like, I'm a big girl. What else do you want? And right. And so basically when she got up, her hip hit the desk and it sent the USB and stuff like that to the floor. And so she bent to pick it up, right? But she couldn't get it all the way. And so she had to like go up under the desk. And on the way out, she grabbed his chair. He went back, basically. And when she came up, she wound up landing on his lap. And so he's looking up at her like, and she's like, oh my God, because she's completely mortified, right? And so basically, she scurries to get off of his off of his lap. He pitches forward. She goes flying basically to all fours, and pretty much. And so, like, her whole bum is like in his face, right? And so this scene like had me dying. And so basically, she scrabbles up. She throws the USB on the desk, jerks her dress down, and then she like bails out of his office. And so she goes to lunch with her bestie, and her bestie's like, "What's wrong with you?" And then she's like, she's just too mortified to even say what actually happened. And so the bestie goes, yeah, I knew it was something. I know something's wrong with you because, what is the brother's name? Darn it. Is it Lynx? Something like that. He basically says, that, he is, he calls over to her phone and because I'm so sorry, I didn't even tell you the character's name. Except for Angel. The main character, the main female, her name is Angel. And then the main guy, his name is Mr. Stowhurst. Okay. So now his brother, because for the beginning of the book, that's what she calls him. And then now his brother, I don't remember his name either. I'm so sorry. I was laughing too hard. And so he calls her up and he tells her he's a Stowhurst as well. He calls her up and he tells her that she needs to prepare, get a lunch order for him and her. And for him and his brother. And so she's like, okay. And so then Nina shows up and Nina's like, hey, let's go to lunch. And she's like, just a sec, I have to put this order in. And so as they're eating their own lunch, she's talking about the fact that she's asking her what happened to her. And she's like, I don't even want to talk about it. She's pretty much mortified. She's like done with it. And then the best friend Nina says, well, yeah, I know it had something to do with you because he was on the phone with his brother. And so basically she's mortified even more now because she knows that if he mentioned her name in conversation, because Nia said she was like trying to listen so hard, but she couldn't because he was whispering. And so she knew that something was going on because she's like, he's loud. He never whispers on the phone. And so the simple fact that he's whispering and she can't hear him. No, she knows that, Angel knows that they're talking about her. And so, so she's like completely mortified even more now. And so she goes back to her desk. Then, as the day progresses, he stays in his office. He doesn't come out all day. And so she's even a little bit more ashamed because she's like, oh my God, was he that disgusted that my butt, which, some people might be disgusted, but she was like, was he that horrified that, he caught a glimpse of my butt, or that I, flashed on his lap. Me being a bigger woman. And so she's like, whatever, I don't have time to deal with this. And so she pretty much works all through. And by the time she looks up, it's 7 p.m. And she's like, oh crap. And so she shuts down all the stuff because he left her alone for an entire day practically. And she got to finish everything that she needed to do because he wasn't there nitpicking. He wasn't there telling her to do this or that. And so she got to finish everything that she needed to do. And so she realizes that it's 7 o'clock, and then she's like, oh crap, I gotta go. So she shuts down all the stuff, and then she leaves. She takes it over down, blah blah blah. And so she gets to her car, and then when she gets to her car, she's like, oh crap, because she realized she forgot her keys. So she had to go all the way back up, swipe her key card, go do all this stuff, and then she found her keys on her desk. But as she's turning to go back to the elevator, she hears a moan. So she's like, oh my God, is he really having sex with someone in this office? Because there have been rumors about him, because this guy's like super, 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 super hot. All these women in this office want him or his brother. And so, so basically she had been hearing these, rumors that he's having sex with some of the girls in the office. And so, of course, she gonna be nosy, because I would too. So she goes over to his office, and so like she like, you know, cracks the door a little bit just to see if she could see something. And then when she does, she doesn't see anyone in his office. She's like, okay, what's he doing? And he has on headphones. And so then she notices the computer. And then when she looks at the computer, guess who's on the computer? Yeah, I'm going to stop there. So now you have to go out and get this book. I'm telling you, this book is really good, and it's cute and it's quirky. See, that's what I like. I like cute, quirky romances like this. Okay, now this book is 18 plus, because there are some, just what she found him when she went into the office. So it is not meant for anyone under 18 years of age. And so basically, sorry. I forgot. This book is not meant for anyone under 18, okay? And so basically, once again, the author is Rose Marie. And she is a best-selling Amazon author. And I mean, I can see why, because this book was good. It was funny. But, you know, here we don't tell the ending. So if you want to know what happens between them, you have to go and get that book yourself. Okay, so now that is pretty much it to this review. If I were going to star this book, I would give it a 4-star, because this book had me laughing out loud. There was some seriously funny stuff in there, because that office scene, I was cackling. Because it like, I'm that clumsy. Something like that would have happened to me. And so basically, so this author gets a 4-star. And I really want you guys to go and pick this up. Once again, it's His Obsession, and it's by author Rose Marie. Now, so just so you guys remember what we are doing with the channel. We are doing chat on Monday. We're doing reviews Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then on Saturday, remember, we are going to be doing the manga and anime reviews. So if you are an anime or a manga or a comic book independent author, please make sure that you send us your submissions at Multicultural Romance Latina and basically attention Matthias, because although I love manga, comic books, and anime, I'm not really into, it's not my niche right now. I read that for myself, so I don't want to review someone's work, because I think I'm a little bit different when it comes to that. Because to me, it's all cool, so I don't want to, like, no. I'm not bursting someone's bubble. And especially an author of color, because we don't have enough. So, basically, he's going to review those on Saturday. And then remember, Sunday is author interview day. So every weekend, that is what's going to happen. Saturdays is going to be manga and comic books and whatever other creational thing that we can do concerning the book world. And then on Sunday is nothing but interviews. So if you would like to do an interview with us, a guest interview, basically, right there is where you need to go. What you will do is upload your video to our Dropbox, because with files that large, Google, Yahoo, all of those don't allow you to they won't allow you to send that many bytes in a file. So what you're going to do is message us to tell us that you would like to do the author interview, and then we will message you back the account and the code, which allows you to go into the account to upload your video, and then we will download your video from there, and then that's how they will get placed on the channel. So make them as fun as you can. Have fun, and I will be watching these too, because I think this is going to be so cool. Who knows, I may actually do one myself. But anyway, so that's how we will be working from now on. And now remember, if you are a new viewer and you just happened to be on our channel for the first time and you like what you hear, please click that little subscribe button. And then click the little bell, so every time that we upload a video, you will get it instantly. And then like and share, because we can't do this without you. I mean, we could, but it's nice if you come along with us. And so what I would do, what my call to action is to you authors, start watching the channel, because if you watch the channel, then it goes out to everyone, and then we'll get more viewers. Because the more viewers we have, the more chances you have to pick up readers. So, make sure you're watching the channel. And that's pretty much it. Thanks bunches. Love you guys. And I will see you tomorrow with a new review.